We unite.
A very warm welcome to you, our wonderful viewers. This is your #1 monthly inspirational show, The Propellers Show, with your host, Eric Kamiti. This is the place where lost hope is revived and life finds its meaning. Remember, we've been doing a story for a story, and on this month's edition, I am about to bring to you a story that will change your entire life. We are having our special guest today. She is a woman of God, a carrier of God's presence. She is the very embodiment of glory. And let me tell you, behind every glory, there is a story. Today, I take you to a gospel music minister. She is a gift to this generation. She is born in Kenya and her ministry has been a blessing to the nations. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you none other than Emma Omonge. She is a singer of the song Nachotaka, the great hit. She is also the Female Breakthrough Artist of the Year Groove Awards 2019. I tell you, her story is about to blow your mind away and to bless your heart. Let's take a tour down as we hear her story.
We unite, we ignite, and we light. The whole world sees it's Propeller Show, your #1 show. It's Propeller Show, your #1 show. Nachotaka ni wewe tu. Penuliwa sana. Majibu yapatikane.
Welcome very much, Minister Emma Omonge.
Thank you so much.
We are excited to have you on the Propellers Show. We normally say this is the place we unite, ignite, and light. We are basically focused on reviving lost hope because we find so many people have lost hope and they are dying in the inside yet smiling on the outside. And so that's why we came up with the Propellers Show, so that we can do this and we can make the world a better place.
Wow.
And we are very excited to have you as our guest today. Our viewers know very little about you, but I believe after the show, they will have what they need from Emma. Because we cannot mention Emma minus Nachotaka. And we know many people know you as the Breakthrough Artist of the Year 2019.
Yeah.
So would you tell us a little bit about yourself? Yeah, just a brief introduction.
Okay, my name is Emma Omonge.
Yeah.
I'm a born-again Christian, award-winning singer, songwriter, and a worship leader. I'm a firstborn of 3.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to be here.
Wow. Can you tell us a little bit about your growing up, where you come from? Because we just see Emma on the screens and in the limelight. Yes.
I'm from Suba, though I grew up between Nairobi. I was born in Gilgil actually. So I grew up between Nairobi, Kisumu, and I visited Vito, of course.
Yeah.
So growing up I didn't have a good, childhood. A few challenges here and there. Growing up after you've lost your parents. I lost my parents, and growing up without parents sometimes is not so easy. Yeah. So it wasn't so easy. With poverty and all that. Yeah. But I'd say this far, God has been really on our side. It's just proven to us that, there's no story that He cannot rewrite.
Wow.
There's nothing He cannot change. So I just, as much as the upbringing wasn't okay. But there's just hope. There's hope. I didn't see it then, but I can tell you there's hope. Yeah. And there's still just hope for more and more, because God says I haven't seen anything. Yeah.
At what age were you at that time when you lost your parents?
Teenager.
A teenager?
Yeah.
So I can imagine it was blowing up on your end?
Extremely, because you're a teenager.
Yeah.
But you have younger siblings to take care of. First of all, you need guidance to, even how to run your life daily.
Yes.
Then now you're the one who takes charge. You're more of a parent now. Yes. You're not even a teenager, so you don't even have a chance to be a teenager. So that really, made me have a very tough skin. You know, I think I was so gated. You couldn't even get through me. You couldn't even, like, people wouldn't really understand me. You could not even get through me.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling everybody, like I'm just so cautious and skeptical and all these things. Because you don't know who to trust and who not to trust, because you feel like you're all on your own.
Yeah.
And you've lost your parents at an early age. You feel they should have been there to even give you guidance and all that.
Yes.
Because of course there are challenges that come with that. Like when our parents died, now we had to split. My brother had to go somewhere, and my sister had to go
for
somewhere.
survival.
Yeah, the people had to go stay with us. So you can imagine, we were used to staying together, then all of a sudden we have to split. And that just also affected our growth. But funnily enough, it just tightened our bond, because me and my siblings were very tight. So it just tightened our bond, by the way.
Even with the distance.
Yeah, you know, you long for your sister, you want to see her, you want to see him and all that. So it kind of just built. So when we had a chance to, like, live together, and I was able to now, put things together and all that, and that meant so much sacrifices and hard works and mistakes and everything else, to put these things together. So at least we're able to come back together and stay together now.
What kept you going at that period of time?
Okay, at some point, okay, I'd say God, and I think all I had then was just my Bible and God.
Wow. So you were born again at that young age?
Yes, I was born again. I'm the one who introduced salvation in my family.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody was saved, but I was the first person that came with it, and it just affected everyone else. So you can imagine, you're young, so all I had was my Bible and God, and I'd pray. And it figured a point that I lost even hope in God, and I was feeling, Lord, really, why would you allow such a thing to happen to us? We are young. Why couldn't you just keep our parents at least? My mom was a single mom. So we didn't even have a dad to start with.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, why do you even have to take my mom? And that's the only parent we had. So, as we show the work of God, it just has no mistakes, and it's always just perfect.
Yeah.
But all I left church for some time, and I stopped going to church because I felt nothing was making sense. Yes, I was bitter with God and everyone that was around me. So I didn't want to, associate myself with God and everything else. And one thing about that is, for the time that I kind of separated myself from God and everything else, my life was just in a circle. I wasn't making no progress. I was just in a circle and rotating and rotating and rotating, until the day that I decided, no way, I'm tired of this. And I just harbored so many people in my heart, unforgiveness. When you don't have God, you have room for almost everything. You don't
let go, you carry and
carry. You're going to carry everything. Yes. So I had all the vices, I carried so many people in my heart, and these were weighing me down. These are the same baggage that kept me moving in circles. So the day I surrendered, I told God, you know what, I just want you to heal me. I'm tired of this kind of life and all this. And that is the day that my life turned around.
Wow.
That's the day that I've ever prayed and felt, like a weight has been lifted off your shoulder. That was the day.
You are lighter?
I felt I was so lighter, and I would see my visions became clearer, and my dreams began making sense and all that. Yeah. So I let go what was holding me back, the unforgiveness and the bitterness and all these things. And God was able to come through. And I realized that God cannot come through until you let Him.
Wow.
Yes, and God cannot come through until you're able to let go certain things. You see, God cannot compete with the people you've harbored in your heart.
Yes.
He is God, He is by Himself. So I realized He didn't want to compete. He didn't want to steal my show. I wanted to hold grudge. Fine, He said, okay, you go ahead and hold grudges. You want to stay bitter at me, you go ahead and do it. So until you're able to draw nigh. Bible says, come nigh, and it's a two-way. Yeah. You draw near to me. Yeah, draw near to me, and it shall. Yeah, so it's two-way. So you don't draw near to Him, by the way.
You're all alone.
Yeah, we serve a God who doesn't force people in His way. You have to make a decision, which I did, and things turned around. Yeah, so I just want to tell someone else, you need to just make a decision and allow God and
allow. Yeah, because we've had quite a number of cases where people inbox us and they're like, I am so bitter with myself, with my family, even with God. I can't even go to church anymore, and they lose it because you find that people attach themselves to other things like, say, drugs, wrong company, just to overcome that inner pain that you don't want to let go.
Yes.
So did you have such a case where you attached yourself to any, maybe a wrong behavior, maybe something that wasn't right during that period?
The match I did was, I think I just went out dundaing. That's what
Dundaing.
I did. Yeah, I did dundaing. So
Yes.
I'll just get with friends to just get things off my head. Well, by then I've never drank, so I never used to drink at all. But I'll just go and drink soda and I just dance my sorrows away. One funny thing is that when I come back home, it's the same thing. The issues don't go away.
They don't go away.
So those are very temporal ways of dealing with things. So if you think you're gonna drink and be on drugs, after the effect is lost, trust me, you come back to the same spot.
You go back to 0.
So I got tired of that because I just go back to the same spot. Like you enjoy with friends. Then when you remain all by yourself, you realize, oh, nothing has moved an inch because you're not solving. You're simply trying to avoid what you need to tackle with. So the things you need to tackle head on are the things you can avoid. So issues pertaining to life and your well-being, these are things you need to just deal with directly. So I thought maybe if I did that and not go to church, but I never solved anything. Yeah.
Until you went back to God.
I had to go back. I had to just go back and tell God. And by the way, if you're a seed of God cannot get lost.
Yeah.
The seed of God cannot really get lost. So I told myself, I was called to be an altar person. I was called to do this.
You are called for the altar.
Yes. So if I can't just run away.
Yeah.
There's so many things that sometimes I go through, but I still just choose the altar.
Yes.
I think it's just my place, and I've accepted, and
wow.
Yeah, and that is just my place.
And was this when we can say your worship ministry broke out,
yes,
or how did it happen?
Yes, I used to do it in high school. I went through a Catholic school.
Okay.
And they don't do praise and worship the normal way, but they would give me a chance. The priest would give me a chance every time to sing.
So you'd sing like the hymns, or?
No, just you pick a song, you train with people and all that. Then you sing and all that. But now, as a ministry was after school, but not say birthing it deeper was after this whole thing. So for every good thing there has to be a sacrifice. So I had to sacrifice, losing my mom at a very early stage, and I had to just let go. I wanted to hold on there for life, but I had to just let go because there was a big agenda for me, God's agenda in my life. So at the end of the day, that is where my ministry was birthed powerfully. So what I want to tell someone else, make good use of whatever situation you're going through, because in that there's just greatness. Because that's where my ministry was birthed powerfully, because I learned to depend on God for everything. Like if my hair was shading, I would tell God my hair is shading, sort me out. Like me and God, we built a very tight bond. That before I tell anyone else what I go through, I speak it with God and I find peace. So I don't even have to tell anyone else. That is the level of growth that I developed through that.
In other words, you're telling us to trust in God even with the very nitty-gritties of life.
Very nitty-gritty of life. You see, God is a God of details.
Wow.
He told the people of Israel, not even hooves, you got to carry everything that belongs to you. So I take everything that troubles me, everything that makes things that make me happy, I tell God. So like even my hair would shade, I'll tell you that my hair is shading, please help me out.
Wow, what a faith.
Imagine, and you just need to have the right treatments for your hair. But I just tell God, then I go buy the treatment. Like, that's the level of our relationship. So just into details. So that helped me birth a stronger bond and a better bond.
So this bond ushered you into worship.
Exactly.
When did you first get into a studio, probably to record?
The first time I walked into a studio, I went to do a BGV for someone.
Wow.
Yeah, so the first time I had those headphones on my head and stand behind a microphone and all that was after I'd gone to do it for someone. So the producer had my voice and said, "You have a very powerful voice. Do you have songs of your own?" I thought, "Yes, I do." So
you're a songwriter too, before you walked into that studio?
Yes, I'm a songwriter. This is just inborn, by the way. I'd written songs, by the way. I told him, I've written songs. But see, I didn't believe in myself so much. Like somebody would even want to listen to my song, or would they even like it? And for a long time, I wanted to do it for people to like it. And will they like my songs? Will they do it? You know, will they love my songs?
They accept it.
And I realized you're losing the whole point. You don't do it for people to love it. You do it for God. You do it that you love it, and you do it for God. And when you do it for God, that's when it takes over.
Wow.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I went and did this background, and I went home. It told me of a very powerful voice. And of course, as usual, you want to brush away the opportunity by giving excuses of how you're feeling inadequate. Yes. I kept telling, I don't even know if someone want to listen. He said, you bring them on. So I did, and went to the first time, did my first song. I was so excited. Yes. Wow. I would hear my voice, big record and all that. Then he plays it back, and my goodness, I would want to just camp in the studio. I don't know,
it was
clean
a
up for them.
moment.
Oh my God, it was very mind-blowing.
Yes.
I felt really good. Then after that, now that's when the whole journey began.
Yes.
And I began doing songs with him, but I didn't have money, I remember. So I would pay for kidogo, 200, 500, a hustle.
Yes.
Yes. And guess what? It didn't discourage me.
Wow.
It made me as focused can be. I told myself, you see, there's something about just taking that step of faith and doing. There's like an energy that just comes with it. There's like a hope that comes with it. There's just, you took a step. It's gonna haunt you. You want to go and do it again. So that's what happened.
Wow. I
wanted to keep doing it. I'm like, oh my God, it's so exciting to sing. And they tell me, this song is powerful, this song is nice, and I'll feel okay.
So the thought of will people like it, will they not like it, it faded away?
It faded away. I didn't care.
Wow. So you began focusing on you and God.
Yeah, I began focusing on me and God.
Yes.
I began focusing on what I could do for God. So I began singing, and I didn't get invitations straight away. Yeah. So I went back to our choir, and I was still singing in church. Then now the first song that I did, the first album actually, didn't really do well because of the quality. You remember you paying for 500,
I can
100.
imagine. Yes.
So the quality is just as 100 and as 200 can be.
Yes.
But it was a stepping stone, and I have that album still in my house, and I never remix it because it just reminds me of the far I've come.
Wow.
It reminds me, there's possibility where everything looks impossible. So I saw things. Like the people who've literally seen my life evolve like this. The people who've literally seen, my lifting from one ground to the other. So I know people will be watching, and that people know what I'm talking about. Yes.
So that's when your first album came out.
Yes.
In that moment of poverty and paying little coins for the music and everything. And so when was your major breakthrough?
The first time, then I went and did an album called Adonai.
Yes, I love the song Adonai. I actually don't understand Luo, but I love, there are the subtitles there, that you're a God of great works, your righteousness is forever, and I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Yes.
So when I did, this simple song, this album that didn't really do well, was what God used to open up my life.
Wow.
Yes. And our God works in ways that we cannot just comprehend. I mean, you can't just figure out God. This is an album that didn't really do well. This is an album that wasn't of quality. Radios couldn't even play it. The TVs could. I didn't even do a video for it. People couldn't even play it. They were like, it's low. It's
quality.
Low quality now. They wouldn't even play this. But it ministered to hearts in the houses.
Wow.
People had the CDs, because I would sell the CDs, and people had them in their houses. And I know churches will still sing those songs even today. They don't even know I'm the author of those songs.
Wow.
Yeah. So God used that to just get me out of the ghetto. Like, my story is just too long, man.
Your humble beginning opened up to your greatness.
I'm telling you, literally, it did. So I go, there's a lady I used to coach. We used to just be friends. I would help her with singing and all these things. Then she gets an opening somewhere. Of course, the only way they would have known I'm a singer is through these songs that didn't really get played. So I'd put them on. I'd put them online and all that. So I get a breakthrough. We get a deal with the National Cohesion and Commission for Peace after the 2007.
Yeah.
We get a deal. And this deal happens to literally get me out of the ghetto. So I literally sang my way out of the ghetto. Like I left the ghetto because of this. You see, what people thought was mediocre type of album, but it opened. That was my proof that I'm a musician, as much as it wasn't. You know, the proof
of substance and quality.
But it was the proof that no, she can sing and all that. And that's how I broke out.
Wow.
And
into
from there,
Adonai?
yes, into Adonai. I did Adonai with a lot of ease. I did Adonai. I was okay. I was able to afford my sessions. I was able to do my videos. I was fine.
You were fine.
I was really fine.
Wow.
Because I'd left ghetto and I'd gotten some money.
Yes.
And I would sit there every day and I'm wanting God, really, oh my God, like that. You just turn around my story like that.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. I serve a God of a like that. My God doesn't
like that.
Like that. He doesn't. He doesn't do a lot of process. He doesn't do a lot of, nitty-gritties. Go through you or whatever.
Circles.
Nah, He blesses you when He wants.
Wow.
He lifts you when He wants. Yeah, so nobody can.
And how
control.
He wants.
And how He wants, and wherever He wants.
Wow.
And nobody can, put stoppers for Him and all these things. So I told people it's okay. So that's a simple album. Remember, I wasn't on TV, I wasn't on radio. And I realized that our God does not need everything that we think we need for Him to bless us. Yes. Our God does not need a proper and straightened up, background and all these things to bless us. Our God just needs to find Himself in us to be able to bless us. Because the blessings of God are divine. So you go to possess a divine nature for you to handle the blessings. You see, the blessing of God has no sorrow but maketh wealthy. So if you can handle the blessing, then you can't handle the blessings, the wealth won't come, the sorrows are going to come.
Yes.
So you must have a nature, you must have a mindset.
That capacity
to even hold.
Yes.
Because most of the time we pray for things that we haven't even built our capacity to handle. It just ends up breaking us.
So it begins from a capacity.
Yes.
Before the blessing can come.
So there was a lot of God inside of me. There was a lot of God inside of me. So it was able for Him to, deposit that, and I was able to handle it. And I remember I made a prayer beginning of that year, in January. I told God.
That was which year?
2013.
2013 is when Adonai.
Yes.
Okay.
And I told God that, can you do something for me that I will never forget? Something that I will just remind my generation. I'll remind my kids of your faithfulness. I tell them, what, God did this for me. And I told him, number one, what he told me, you got to check your associations. It's that simple.
Shock us.
Your association is very important. I had to check that people had to just drop.
Wow.
That people had to just bring in.
Yes.
So my association.
So it began from like a cutting edge, because I can imagine it wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy, but you have to let some people go, because there are more baggage
than a blessing.
Yeah, than a blessing and a value. They're just a baggage. They don't add anything. Those are people you need to just chuck off. I had to.
So
and your destiny is very
position.
important. Yes, your destiny is very important than keeping a relationship that don't even make sense no more. So that was number one. I had to chuck off. And I had to deepen in prayer. Remember, you see this Thika Road?
Yeah.
I'd walk around Thika Road and just doing prayer walks. And I prayed to God. I said, God, will these days ever come to an end? Will you ever turn around?
You are walking along Thika Road in prayer?
Yes, I do prayer walks.
Wow.
I love prayer walks.
Wow.
So I'll just walk and pray. Just you wear some low shoes and I'll just pray and just pray. And along that prayer, that's when somebody made me a call. You know what? We've been doing this and this and this, and you've been picked. Your name has been shortlisted, so you need to come. You'll be representing your region for the peacekeeping.
Wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
I'm not on radio, and I'm brought to I'm brought on board with people with the who's in music. Then some are wondering who is she? She's
your
not
name,
even the no, it wasn't making sense. Leave alone nachotaka. People know nachotaka.
Yes.
They're like, who is she? Who does she know? And I told them, I'm just a singer. I'm a gospel singer. People were giving portfolios, and I just told them I'm a singer.
When they start reading their resumes, yours was just Emma and full stop.
Omonge, I'm born again Christian, and that was it. Because I did how much? I only had God.
Yes.
I only just had a lot of God. So I said, God's gonna come through for me, and tell you what, He did.
He did. Faithful he was.
He faithful, and he came through for me. So I'd tell someone else that whatever you think you need, you might not even need all that. You don't need those 20. If God says you only need one person for him to bless you, you got to let go the 19.
Wow.
You don't need 20 people for God to do something. Just one person. One. The person linked me was just one person. He linked me, that was it. And that has been. So I serve a God who just like that God. He does his things when he wants. So I'm patient and I don't worry no more.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's talk about Nachotaka. How was it birthed? How were you? Did it come in a dream? Were you doing your prayer walks, as you've said? Because Nachotaka is a song that I don't know. It is something else.
I know. Nachotaka, when I did Nachotaka, is not just a song to me. I can't sing Nachotaka. It can never be business as usual when I sing Nachotaka.
Yes.
You know something?
Yes.
Nachotaka was a place I arrived in my life. As I was doing my prayer walks, I would always have prayer items. So weekly, what I wanted. And then it reaches a point, God has given you everything that you wanted. I wanted the most of the things that I prayed for, by the way, is provided for me.
Wow.
So I would write this and this and this and this and this and this. And I realized I wasn't giving God my very best. I was giving him a lot of prayer items. We relate at a prayer item level. We give this. So I told God, from Nachotaka, it was a different atmosphere, it was a different level. From there, it's been a different level. It's been a different way of looking at things. And I was telling God that I just don't want us to have a relationship where it's always everything that I want. Because I want you now.
Yes.
I want you, I need you, I'm in need of you, I want you, and if I can get you, I get everything else. So it's just a place where I arrived in my life where nothing else has stopped making sense. You see, you pray for a house, you'll get it. Trust me, you'll always have something else to ask. You want a child today because you don't have one. You're going to pray about it and God gives you, you're going to want something else.
School fees.
Yeah, you want school fee.
Yeah.
And the thing is endless. I realized that needs, you cannot finish needs. You cannot.
Wow.
Needs are gonna be
insatiable.
there. Oh my goodness,
they're
gonna be there and gonna be there. And these things tend to hinder us from accessing God.
Yes.
Because we want to. It always needs. So I said, Lord, I want to give you my heart. I want to give you my everything.
Wow.
I want my all, because you've proven that there's nothing I can ask of you and you don't give me. So I don't even need to ask, because even before we ask, He already knows. So I said, I don't even need to ask. So Nachotaka is a place that arrived in my life where all I wanted was God.
So in those prayer requests you used to write, you got to a point where now you said,
I stopped. So my prayer request is, all I want is you.
Wow.
My prayer request is, all I want is you. My prayer request is, all I want is you. I cannot do this on my own. All I want is you.
Is you.
Nothing else is making sense without you. Let me tell you, these things will never make sense without God. You get all the money in the world, without God, it's not going to make sense. You get whatever you think is going to satisfy you. I realize things in this world don't satisfy.
Yes.
There's always just like a hole somewhere that's just lacking. So I said, all I want, my prayer item is, all I want is you.
Is you.
Number 1 to 10, all I want.
Yes.
Then that's how Nachotaka was back. It's just a song that...
And it just came like that naturally, or...
Yes. At night I was trying to sleep. I would write it in beats. I'd write kama samaki nje ya bahari, and I'll reflect on those words. And I would just tell God, my God, I'm desperate for you. I cannot do this on my own. And God will remind me His goodness. I think about the far I've come, and I'll tell God, you know what? It's about me and you now.
Wow.
I don't really care.
Looks like also your past was a motivation towards this.
It birthed the worship version part of me.
Wow.
Yeah. So I felt, you're all that I want. So reflect on the words, and God will give me these words at night, and I would write them, and I'll begin to pray. One thing about my songs, before they even come out, I'll pray with them. I will sing.
Yes.
I will see God differently.
Yes.
And people, you see, that's why He has the same effect on people when they listen to it. If He doesn't touch me, He cannot touch anyone else.
Wow, so it has to begin from you.
Yes. You remember Psalms 133 said,
Yes.
from the beards of Aaron down to the hem of his garment. So it begins from me.
Yes.
Then people are going to eat from the overflow.
Wow.
So you must, as a minister, you must search God in a way there's an overflow. Because people are going to feed on the overflow.
Yes.
But if you're so desperate, you're thirsty, you're dry, you're going to consume everything.
It can't flow.
So you need to loosen up. You
Yes.
need to, yeah.
So you wrote Nachotaka in beats, and there are these 2 other songs, major songs. In fact, one of the songs is my ringtone this year, and I can testify to our viewers that Fungua Mbingu, it has worked for me. My heavens have been opened in 2019 like never. I have testimonies after testimonies.
Oh my goodness, I love it.
And
That's
it
the
was
essence of a
deposited in my
ministry.
heart actually before crossing over. And I had Fungua Mbingu constantly.
Wow.
And I had never heard of the song before. I went to YouTube and I searched and I was like, wow, Emma has a song Fungua Mbingu. And that is how it worked magic for me. So tell us about Mungu wa Ishara and Fungua Mbingu.
Mungu wa Ishara is, Mungu wa Ishara, actually I'd gone for like a whole year. After done the vernacular album,
Yes.
they didn't do a song, so it was like a transition period into the Swahili, because I realized people loved my songs, even the people who didn't understand my language.
Yes.
So I realized I don't want to limit people anymore. I need to just be, I'm called to do this to, in universally. The music is a universal language, people get to understand it, but I wanted to just, I wanted people to just understand what I'm doing and understand what I'm saying and all that. So now, Mungu wa Ishara, I'd lost my granddad, and that was my only parent in the world, and that really hurt me. And I was telling God, if you don't walk with me, if you don't get a hold of my hand, I don't think I can rise above this. It was so tough, a very tough moment in my life. And I remember I began to just pray. And I said, "Binuliwe Mungu wa Ishara." Because what I was demanding...
In pain you found worship.
Yes. I find gain in the pain that I go through.
Wow.
I find something to testify. I never allow my stripes to go in waste. I turn them into something that can turn around lives. Because I know somebody else could be going through the same thing. So I said I'm gonna turn it around.
Yes.
You see, music, if you want to know my journey, if I know my pain and my gains and my whatever, it's in my music.
Songs actually are very scriptural.
Yes, and I just bath them through that. So it's and I don't even have to go through something to write a song anymore. It's just a relationship.
Okay.
I don't have to go through something to write a song. It is just my relationship
That
with
fellowship,
God.
communion
Yes.
gives birth to the songs.
And I'm reminded of God's goodness. Now, Mungu wa Ishara, when I birthed it, I was in pain during that time. And I knew I wasn't going to do it without God and everything else. And I realized that it birthed the song. So I was telling God, just get a hold of me. And I was prophesying to myself. Always learn to speak what you want to see.
Wow.
That is faith. Faith is believing in things you've not seen. In the hope and all that. So I realized that if I wasn't going to prophesy, nobody's going to be your own priest, be your own prophet, prophesy. And I begin to speak to my situation. And I told God, even if you don't do whatever you've not, I've asked of you, guess what? You're still Binuliwe Mungu wa Ishara, Binuliwe Mungu wa Majani. I wanted to see his signs. I wanted to see his miracles. I wanted to see God.
So you were speaking it through your song.
Yes, I was speaking it. God, I want to see you. And he came through for me. He was able to heal my heart. He was able to restore me. And that is what birthed this powerful other song. So Fungua Mbingu is a petition. It's a petition prayer. And 13 years, is it 13 or 10 years ago, when I lost my mom. And it was very tough. So there's a reggae song that would play every morning, telling me everything's gonna be all right. So that song helped me rise. It's telling me it's gonna be all right. And I'm thinking, how? But
Nothing is making sense.
Yeah, but I captured it, the words, and I say, everything's gonna be right. I'm gonna be fine. I'm rising above this. So I said, I want to write a song to someone, to lend my words to someone else, that when they cannot pray, because I know that time somebody thinks God come through your life and you can't even pray. So I told myself, I want to write a song that people can petition God. So this is a petition prayer. And it has worked for me. My heavens have opened, by the way.
Wow. It has worked for me as well.
You see? So it's a petition. It's a song that works. You get a hold of the words and begin to pray them.
Wow.
So it's just a prayer.
just a prayer
It's
and
a prayer
into a song. And
yes, I want a prayer that I
there
want
we
people
are.
to, you
Yes.
get what you want through the prayers.
Wow.
Yes.
My director tells us that time is not really on our side, but I really don't want this session to end before we can hear about the female breakthrough artist of the year, Groove Awards. You know, I remember that night I was watching live, and I was there, and I was like, you know, you are the nominees. They were. I tell you, it was another thing. And what I kept on telling myself is the hashtag that you normally write on your posts: favor over labor. And I started speaking it, favor over labor. You know, I was like, this has to happen. And in a moment, it was, you know, those voices. And the female breakthrough artist of the year is, and then there's like an envelope they turn. I can turn mine for propellers. So there we were. And tell us about, did you like tell people to vote, or how did it just happen?
Do you know? Can I
Yes.
shock you guys?
Shock us.
I didn't even coerce people to, you know, vote or something.
Yes.
One. Let's begin from nomination.
Yes.
People are telling me I didn't even sign up. I didn't, but people signed me up. People, the lovers of my music, they signed me up and said, and they inboxed me. Oh no, we are pushing you. You got to do this. I'm
Yes.
like, okay. As the Lord leads you,
Do it.
you people do it. So they say we're going to do this. I said, okay, you guys go ahead and do it. So they send me inboxes, please, I must share. I told them, cool. So I said, guys, you do the necessary. You know what I tell them? My people, am I a blessing? You do the necessary. It's just okay.
Yes.
But I'll be busy in the studios working, but you people do the necessary. So shortly, I got nominated. Female Breakthrough Artist of the Year. I'm like, okay.
Just like that.
Just like, I'm like,
Wow.
okay. Now the voting side. People voted for me.
We did. I am one of them.
You know the churches I've been
Yes.
to throughout, because which region in this nation haven't I been to? You know, you talk of which places that ministers cannot even go.
You've been
Those
there.
arid, you know, those arid areas, and with all the sun zinakakama tano.
Uko Garissa.
Oh my
You've
goodness,
been there.
Samburu,
Yeah,
where,
yes.
Lodwar, wherever. I'd gone to all these places. So these people told me, we are mobilizing the church on your behalf. I'm like, okay. So it was that serious. And so I began feeling the pressure. I thought, God, don't do this for me. Do it for them. Go do this thing for them.
There was that pressure.
Yes. As much as my songs were heard,
Yes.
as much as my songs were appreciated, I don't know why I never had confidence in them. My confidence was in God. I told God, you see, these people can vote all they want. They can do everything they want to do. But if you don't give me this thing, I cannot have it.
Yes.
So I'm counting on you. My eyes are focused on
you.
That I'm not going to be brought to shame.
Yes.
So we go that day, I walk into the gala night, all dolled up.
Yes.
I told my makeup artist, please just apply makeup. I don't know if you're going to win this, but apply makeup for me.
You have to look good.
Yes,
and
my designer made me a dress and I brought my shoes and my whatever. We went in there with my sister.
Yes.
She's my support system, Kamisa.
Wow.
So we went with my sister. And my sis kept telling me, saki hata nisimame sana nisichoke juu kila kuchukua hapo ndo uende ukipeana speech yako niko na strength. Namwambia please stop stressing me, please. Naambia acha kuniambia hivyo, please stop telling me that. Naambia why? I've told God we are not going to do disappointments. No, it's gonna do. My sister was optimistic to the last minute.
Wow.
And I'm like, so we had a moment of worship. I think Pitson on Jerry was leading worship. So we had a moment of worship, and they were singing this Travis Green, You Made a Way.
You made a way, yeah.
I told God, you make a way. And I surrender all these things to you. As much as my songs have been hard, but I just rely on you. My dependency on God, I don't know. I just don't have confidence when it's not in God. I don't know. I just have Jesus, and that's where I depend on and all that. So I remember, so they began reading, and the nominees are, and I'm seated there, and they're saying, and then the winner is Emma Omonge. I'm like,
actually saw the video,
sat
and
for like 3 seconds. I'm thinking,
I almost thought you were not there.
I was there.
Yes.
And I'm telling myself, God, just like that, again. You know, he did that in 2013. He pulled me out of the ghetto like that. And I'm thinking, God, just like that, again. Lord, again. You did it again. So naambia ule msako next to me, they've called my name.
Yeah.
Go, Emma, enter.
It was so unbelievable for you.
Emma, go.
Eh.
So I didn't have a speech. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what
Now, I
to
remember
do.
you were very emotional at that
I was
moment.
so emotional. I
remember
was
when you
balancing
stood there.
enough. Do I shit here? Like, really, is it happening?
How can I express this?
I didn't know what to take.
Yes.
So my sis screamed. She screamed. You think it was a win? She's the one who carried it. You know that thing was so heavy?
Yeah.
I gave it to her. Because me Ningangusha, I'm like,
you were like, yes.
I was telling Jerry, this is very heavy. I didn't know.
Yes.
You know, it was my first time to win. First times are just a very awesome experience.
Yeah.
But one thing I tell somebody is that was a sign. I was asking God for a sign. Lord, you know, you can walk and think you're really walking the right way, but maybe you're not. I told God, can you just give me a sign this year that whatever I'm doing, that I'm actually walking with you, that whatever I'm doing is making sense to the lives of people. You see, it's about the transformation this music has on people's lives. So I was telling God, could you give me a sign?
Just a sign.
Could you give me a sign that I'm in the right path? Could you give me a sign that I'm not pushing my own agenda, that your will is really happening? And I remember God, and when God gave me this, I realized that I'm not just making noise in the airwaves I get. I'm not making noise. Lives are actually being transformed.
This is for real.
This is for lives. And that is an eye-opener. And I'm more dependent on God. This thing, I remember I took like a whole week, like a whole 2-3 weeks, to just ask myself, and not even in prayer, Emma, are you ready for what God is going to do? Because I don't know, you know, he's a God of surprises. The God I serve is full of surprises. I said, Emma, are you ready? And I would talk to myself, are you ready? Are you ready for what he can do? This is a sign he can do something. Are you ready? Will it break you? Will it make you? And I'm thinking, God, just help me out. I need you more and more.
Wow.
So, the certain blessings you get in your life, don't just go celebrating and feeling high about them. Ask yourself,
are you ready?
Are you really ready?
Wow.
Are you really ready?
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So our viewers, we are just checking out, and Emma, we are very grateful to have you here.
It's an honor.
Now I want to check you out to our surprise corner, where we are gonna roast you kidogo.
Oh, don't roast me too much.
Yes, kidogo too, with our co-host Imani.
Hello, Emma.
Hi.
How was the interview?
Awesome.
I hope you haven't been roasted so much.
No, we didn't roast me.
Yes.
This is the roasting.
This is now the real roasting itself.
Okay.
But here, we call it the surprise corner segment,
Right.
where we get to ask you some 5 questions, and it's a very entertaining, interactive, and relaxing segment. And we can ask mathematical questions.
Oh my goodness, don't.
Political questions about fashion, about style, and maybe to challenge you either to dance, either to act, or to sing. But because you're a singer, we won't give you a challenge of singing. I love the expression on your face. So, on to the first question. Would you rather trade intelligence for looks or looks for intelligence?
Intelligence anytime.
Intelligence anytime. Wow, wow.
But I wouldn't say I'd go for looks are important, but I think intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah, the content
wins.
is more important.
Yes, than the looks itself.
Yeah.
So often at the times we find that protocols have bodyguards, and almost everyone now is having a bodyguard. So could you be someone's bodyguard when given that opportunity?
I'm not even trained to be a security person. I cannot.
You can't.
I can't deal with people. I don't enjoy dealing with people.
Yes.
And
all the dramas.
No, I can't deal with that. I'm one person that loves my private space.
Yes.
So being a bodyguard means I have to deal with people.
Trying
I
to
have
push
to push
them
them.
away.
No, that's too much work. I wouldn't do that.
Wow.
Cannot
So
be.
you are a person with a very beautiful personality.
Yes.
And character, and beautiful inside and outside. So kindly describe yourself in a flavor. What flavor can you say Emma Omonge is?
I'm sweet sour, depending on what you want to interact with.
Yes.
Yes. You want the sweet side, you get it.
You get it.
You want to interact with the sour side, you're gonna
Yes.
get that. So it depends on what you want to interact with.
Wow.
But I'm
wow.
sweet sour because I have principles that I don't trade for anything.
Yes, yes.
So if you're trying to ask me compromise on a few things,
There are
might not
certain
work.
lines
You don't
you
just
might
cross.
step and then the sour Emma will come
Yeah,
out.
because I wouldn't cross. As in the lines you cannot cross.
Yes,
And go
very
scot free.
true,
I just
very
remind
true.
you don't go past this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, on to almost the last part. Let me jiggle your mind back into the childhood memories. And there's a competition we used to love so much. Either the wheelbarrow racing or the hula loop, the one of winding the waist and then trying to see whether you can still fit the hula hoop on your waist. So, which was your favorite?
We didn't really. Okay, there was a hula hoop one. We didn't race with. I'm a lady. I'm a girl.
Yes.
So we wouldn't race with wheelbarrows. We did cycling, bicycles,
Wow.
and just going to the Indians' homes and trying to steal their zambaraos.
So you
We would shake that, and
You
then
shake it and
yeah,
steal it.
and then they would release the dogs on us and we'd run.
Wow.
Yeah, so
So even right now, if we can decide to allow dogs
I've added
to
so
chase
much weight,
you,
I wouldn't run.
they will catch up with you.
Yeah, so I've added so much weight.
Yes, yeah,
And
but
I
that's a
was
good
younger.
character to know that going to the Hindus.
I would go to the Indian's place and just do it. But hula loop, I never learned it. It was just so difficult for me.
Yes.
Ever much I would try to never just go around. I don't
Yes.
know.
It will just fall down.
To just fall.
Are you a movie lover?
Yes.
So what can you say is your favorite quote?
Hey, I've watched a lot of them. I can't bring any to mind, but I'm an indoor person, so I love movies.
Uh-huh.
I can't bring one quote to my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What
I can't bring
of
one.
I challenge you to act? You might not remember the quote itself.
I
Can
can't
you be
act,
an
oh my
actress?
goodness.
Just find
No.
one character, just one character
I
for 1
can't,
minute.
please, no, I can't act. I can only sing.
Uh-huh.
I can,
You can't. There's no favorite personality
in
and
our
character
drama
that
club,
you love. Uh-huh.
there are the funny ones, the
Yes.
humorous ones. I
Yes.
love humor.
Yes.
You see, in our drama team in school, they'll still call me and sing for me to sing.
Yes.
So I'm just singing, walking, and I'll be singing and I'm walking.
Uh-huh.
But acting, I think I laugh. You give me a character, I just begin to laugh. So they're like, no,
And if
who
it's a serious
always,
one.
yeah, I just laugh. It's like, who always act.
Uh-huh.
Let her just sing. So,
Yeah, that's her calling.
no, me, I cannot just, I laugh. I'll go through the words and begin to laugh. You need to be serious. Like, from nowhere, I just
Yes.
laugh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good, it's good. So that's all just about the surprise corner segment.
That's awesome.
So you can tell our wonderful viewers goodbye.
Thank you everyone for watching us. It was a real pleasure to be in the Propeller show. And I trust that my God will bless you all.
Thank you so much, our wonderful viewers, for your ample time as we have listened to Emma Omonge's story. We believe it has been inspirational and that lost hope has been revived and life has found its meaning. Continue to subscribe to our channel, like this video and share far and wide. Like us on our Facebook page at The Propellers Desk. Follow us on Instagram at The Propellers Show. And let us keep the conversation going through our Twitter account at The Propellers Show. I am your co-host, Imani Wamoyo. And until next time, it's bye-bye for now.
We unite, we ignite, and we light. The whole world sees it's Propeller Show, your #1 show. It's Propeller Show, your #1 show. There is no room for giving up.